So probably we'll have to again go to the new project because I think we forgot to save, but no problem. That is not a problem because in any case our one step is already over, day 5. So we'll save as day 5. I will go to next and I'll create this again, create the file. So it is also important that you save the file. So in our case we did not save the file and we are doing it again. If we would have saved the file, some steps would have been less, right? So it is important that you keep saving the file, whatever you are doing, right? So this was I wanted to show you. So I skip the tour, and what I will do, I'll go to files, I'll go to import, I'll go to encapture data, and I will go to the file which we imported, which we took there, and I will import the file. Okay, again importing the file, right? So when I'm importing the file, again it will take some time to import the file. Ah, yes, it is already there. Now in this file I do a right click and there is something called autocode. So I click autocode. Okay, so you remember autocode. Autocode is a very, very important feature. It can do two things. One, it can identify themes. Second, it can identify sentiments. So let us not do the themes now. We will do it later. Next step, I will use the whole data to see that what is the sentiment of the people with respect to vaccine for COVID-19. So I'll straight away go to the identifying the sentiments. So I'll say press next, and then you have quote sentence, quote paragraph. So I'll go to quote sentence because a sentence itself can tell that sentiment of the people, right? So I'll say finish, and you will see here progress here. That it will take some time here. You can see here on the bottom. It is processing the data because why it is processing? It is trying to understand. It is analyzing the tweets. It is analyzing the sentiments of each tweet, whether to categorize into positive or to whether to categorize into negative or very negative or very positive. So you know that thing it is doing, right? So not many steps are remaining. So I think we will not take much time because you will see that you can write a research paper even with these steps which I have already discussed with you. You can easily create a research paper. So when we will take the example, you will see that you can actually use these steps itself to create a research paper, qualitative research paper. You can do. Okay, so 58%, 62%. You can see. So it is software is analyzing each and every tweet. 2,900 tweets it is analyzing, and for the sentiment, not for the themes, for the sentiment, right? Or all data, all complete data it is trying to. Okay, so it is now almost 100%, and when it is 100%, it will show you some data. I will show you the meaning of that. So you need to wait for some time to, yes, this window has to come. You can see that there is a split window which is coming. It came in the tweet analysis, because tweet analysis, you remember, without tweet analysis you cannot authenticate the data. So by using the tweet analysis, you are trying to understand whether this tweet data is useful to you or not with your research question. So that is what we did there, right? Now here we are trying to bring out some references. So you can see here autocode sentiment results, right? So this is what we are trying to see. Autocode sentiment results. So we press this autocode sentiment results and we go to the chart, right? We press the chart. Now you can see here, can you see? There are 4 categories of sentiment: very negative, moderately negative, moderately positive, very positive. So the whole data, if you look at what it shows, so you can reduce it, you can turn it like this, you can see here. Can you see this? So and you can export it like this. When you export, it will export like a PNG file. So that you can put in your research paper. So what it says that this data of vaccine hashtag has very negative uh, tweets, the count of which is 614. 614 tweets are very negative, right? Then you have moderately negative 1276 tweets. You can see count is there, and moderately positive is 860. It means moderately positive is more than very negative, right? But less than moderately negative. So overall, if you total it, the bias of the inclination of the people is towards the negative. But at the same time, we have 291 tweets which are very positive also. So you can see here. So this is what we have done, right? Now this same thing you can do not for the whole data. You can divide the data into different themes, and that theme may be more closer to your research problem, and you can do that also. So just for the benefit of you, I have done this for the whole data. But if I would have done theme analysis first, if I would have identified the themes, which I'll just do for you, I could have, eliminated the themes which are not relevant to me, and then I would have done this sentiment analysis, so which will be more relevant to you. So we'll do that. We'll identify the themes. Okay. We'll again go to AutoCAD. So here, this time we will not go to identify sentiment. We will go to identify themes, and we'll press next. And you can see here that we are identifying the themes. It will take some time. 25,000, you have to be very, very patient. If your tweet data is 25,000, that is the right data actually. For a good research paper, you need at least, in my opinion, at least 18,000, 19,000 tweet data is better. But if you don't have, no problem. If you are not able to get that much data, maybe you get 10,000, maybe you get 8,000, 9,000 data. So that is, so what happens, the more the data is there, the quality of the output, the inferences will be more. That is the purpose. And another thing, if you have more data, you will have enough data in the themes. If the data is less, and if you find some theme which is relevant, more relevant to your research problem, you may land up with only 200 tweets. So that will not give any results. So if you have got 30,000 data, 25,000 data, and you identify themes, and in that theme, like for example, here you can see, you have got these themes: health, vaccine, mask, lives, wear mask, endangering lives, ego trip, good health. And you can see the number of tweets. So they are not very good. It should be at least 1,000 if I want to understand vaccine from health point of view. My research problem is related to health. So what I will do, I will remove all of them. I will remove all of them, right? I will eliminate all of them. Or maybe I can have two. So health decisions could be there, right? But others I will remove, right? Or suppose my research problem is with the researchers, so I will go for research. So for example, I do this, and then I say next. Okay, so I finish this. Now what is happening is that we have the data which is eliminated. Okay. Now, so this is how you can eliminate the data. There is one last thing which I have to do. So this was to identify the themes, and if you identify the themes, then you can do all this analysis for the thing. There is last thing which is remaining, very important. So I think it is taking some time. Let me see what it is doing. So it will not take that much time which it was taking in sociogram. I think what is trying to do is trying to do the sentiment analysis, I think, of the themes which we have just identified. I think, I'm not sure. Let me check. Yes, I think yes. Yes. So yes. That is what it did. So can you see this? So it did the sentiment analysis. Okay. So I think let's see. Okay, no, theme season. Let me see what it is. Okay, so yes. Sorry, what it was doing, it was telling that in the tweets we had more tweets with the health and how many tweets we had for the health issue. So now we have this, eliminated. You can do this, right? So this will again go back to our files. What we'll do, there is one important thing which is still remaining, which I will try to do is that I will now, let me see if I can go to the codes. In the codes we have all the themes. It is also called codes, the themes. So in the codes we can go to our AutoCAD theme. So we only have this much. So that we don't want to just confine ourselves to this. So let's go back to the file and see. Now let us see the whole file. Let's not go back to the main file, because I just wanted to show you that how you can eliminate other things and focus on one thing. So I will take another few minutes. Last step I'm showing you. And I mean, again, going back to the main file. And here I will go to the Explore. Okay. So when you go to the Explore, okay, I will go to the word frequency. This is very important. Word frequency. I press word frequency. Okay. So now all the tweets, we want to understand that which are the words, which are the most common words in this. In order to understand that these tweets are related to what kind of words it is talking. So thematic, we are doing a thematic analysis again. This is another way of doing thematic analysis. So we are talking about the 100 most frequent word. And here, you can see here, we can do grouping. The most common grouping is the stemming. Like for example, vaccine, vaccines, vaccination, all these are very similar words. So what the software will do, it will group all those words in single word, right? And then and we can have the maximum length of the word. It can be 3, which you want to know. Maybe it can be 4 also. You can put 4 also, right? Or you can have 5, whatever you want. So let's go back to, let's have a 3 only. And we run a query. So when we press the query, you will see, first of all, very vague kind of words will come. So don't worry about that, right? So you can see here these words. You will see the length of the words, 8, and the number of counts. Here the problem is that we have not cleaned the data. Now what is the cleaning required? Like for example, HTTP, it doesn't mean anything. You are not looking at HTTP. So what you do, there are quite a few which are waste. So you right click and add to the stop word list. So it will add to the stop word. So you are removing this word which you don't want in this. So you are cleaning the data, right? Now this I have done. Okay, wait. Just a minute. I think it's still doing it. Okay, no problem. Okay, let it complete, I think. So HTTP, it is taking some time. No problem. Okay. Let me see. It is taking some. Why it is taking some time? Let me see. So you can remove some of the words, and you can see here because of stemming, vaccine. These words are a club here, right? Okay, I think there is some problem with this. I hope it is not hand. Okay, it has gone. So HTTP has been removed. Let's remove other words which are of no use, right? Like PPL, it has no meaning. So you can add to stop word. So let it take some time. It will take some time, because if you not let it happen, software need to remove those words from the tweets and rephrase the data, right? So this kind of cleaning can be done. It is important, actually. It is required. I will show you why. I'll just show you. Okay. So these word frequency are very widely used as a output in the research paper. So we are already 1.5 hours in the session. Okay. So once you have removed this, you again run query again. When you run the query again, then those you can see those words are not there. HTTP is not there, right? So you can see, go back to your words. So the main word is vaccine, right? So what you do, the most important output is the word cloud. So I press the word cloud, which is the output which you can export and save like a JPG file or PNG file, and you can put in your research paper. Just to tell that your tweets are relevant to your research problem. You are trying to understand whether these tweets are relevant to your research problem or not. Very, very important, right? So it is what we are trying to do. We are doing data mining actually. Data cleaning, data pre-processing. It is also called processing. It is also called data cleaning. It is also called the data mining, right? So these are the step-by-step thing which you actually have to put in your methodology. I will show you how. So now here we have, and you can have different types of, word cloud. So this is the most common kind of word cloud. Here you can see that the size of the word will tell you that what is the frequency of the word. Vaccine, COVID-19, coronavirus, development. Development word is there also there, right? So vaccine development. You can see the number of tweets are very similar. It means people are talking about vaccine development, right? Okay. And I do not know what is the meaning of this AMP health, but it may be also important. Something may be important. You have to find out, research what is AMP health, because it has equal number, coronavirus. And then you have Trump is there. When we are talking about vaccine, Trump is there. When we are talking vaccine, we have the mask also. When we are talking about the vaccine, good is also there. We are talking about the vaccine, we have the supporters. When we are talking about the vaccine, we have the trial also. So now you have to see that whether all these words are anywhere related to your research problem or not. Or if you want to modify your research problem, you can do that also. And you can export it, this particular thing, and you can save it like a, right? So this is this one. And you can also see the word tree. Here the vaccine, what is the other layer of the words, the next layer, the next layer. You can see maximum frequency, next maximum, like this also. And you can also do the cluster analysis. So cluster analysis I cannot do because there is not enough data. So cluster analysis is another thing. So you can do this, right? So from my angle, I have already shown you that what kind of different things you can do with this software. So this part I will close here of the using the NVivo 12 software.